Check this out, brothers and sisters. Check this out, brothers and sisters. Check this out. The original prosecutor who led the conviction of Marcellus Williams has now changed his decision. Listen to this. The prosecutor for the county that originally convicted Marcellus Williams of this crime that he did not commit has changed his opinion on the case and is now fighting for this man to be exonerated. Even though the original prosecutor on the case is now fighting for Marcellus Williams, your brother and my brother, Marcellus Williams, to be exonerated. Even though the original prosecutor is fighting for brother Marcellus Williams to be exonerated, the state is saying it's too late. The state is saying we don't care. The state is saying even though the original prosecutor is now convinced of his innocence. This is what the state of Missouri is doing. This is what the Supreme Court of Missouri is doing. This is what the United States government is allowing. Even though the original prosecutor is now convinced of Marcellus Williams' innocence, the state is saying, we don't care. We want black blood and we want it today. The Supreme Court of Missouri is saying, we don't care. We want black blood and we want it now. The governor of Missouri is saying, we don't care. We want black blood and we want it now. Brothers and sisters, there is no physical evidence tying this man to the crime. And check this out. Let me go a little deeper for you Africans. The original jury composition that convicted Marcellus Williams of this murder that he did not commit, the original jury composition only had one black person. The governor maintains he was convicted by a jury of his peers. When did Caucasians become the peers of African people? Somebody help me understand. Were they our peers in slavery? Were they our peers during Jim Crow? Were they our peers during Willie Lynch? Were they our peers during the Garvey movement? Were they our peers during civil rights? Were they our peers during the Black Power movement? When did Caucasians become the peers of African people? Only one black person was on Marcellus Williams' jury. Only one black person was on Marcellus Williams' jury. Only one black person was on Marcellus Williams' jury. And check this out. There were 6 black people who were excluded for no justifiable reason. There were 6 black people excluded from Marcellus Williams' trial jury. 6 Africans could have served on the trial and exonerated our brother. 6 Africans could have served on the jury that could have exonerated our brother, and they kicked them off. The state kicked them off the jury, and they only left one African in a whole army of Caucasians on that jury. They left one African in a whole army of Caucasians on that jury. This brother is innocent. It gets even deeper than that, Africans. I'm standing up for Marcellus Williams right now. Y'all worrying about everything else. This is what we're supposed to be paying attention to. This is what we're supposed to be paying attention to. This is what we're supposed to be paying attention to, brothers and sisters. Let's go further. The knife, the weapon used in the crime, was tainted. So they couldn't do accurate DNA testing on the weapon. Let me say it again. The weapon was tainted. Someone intentionally or unintentionally sabotaged the DNA on the weapon used in the unaliving. Listen to this nonsense, y'all. The state sabotaged the weapon. It was contaminated with other people's DNA who mishandled the weapon. The state of Missouri mishandled the murder weapon, so they could not properly test it to prove that brother Marcellus Williams's DNA was not on the weapon. And they're blaming him for that. They're saying, oh, well, we're sorry that happened, but there's nothing we can do about it. The governor of Missouri is saying, oh, well, we're sorry that happened, but there's nothing we can do about it. The Supreme Court of Missouri is saying, we're sorry this happened. This is nothing. There's nothing we can do about it. I ain't heard Kamala Harris rally for a stay of execution. I ain't heard Joe Biden rally for a stay of execution. I ain't heard Donald Trump rally for a stay of execution. I ain't hear Senator Vance rally for a stay of execution. We out here crashing out for candidates who don't even care about us. We on these streets crashing out for candidates who don't even